You already know who it is. Your Plug DJ Cutthroat. And I just jumped off the porch. A dirty glove bastard. Go!
DJ Plug, DJ Cutthroat.
All right, so we got my boy, one of my day one family members, man. DJ Cutthroat jumping off the porch with us
yes,
today.
Sir. Yes,
man.
sir. What's good, family? I appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, sir, man. Nah, I'm feeling good, man. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? I woke up. First of all, it's a blessing to be alive. Like,
oh, absolutely.
You know, like I know, like it's a lot of people that was here when we first started that's not here today. So, you know, it's just a blessing to have another day.
Nah, that is definitely truth, man. Yeah. So, you know, let's take it back, bro. So you originally from Atlanta, is that right?
Oh, yeah. Originally, born and raised. You know, that's like the last Mohican these days. You know, everybody in Atlanta is from somewhere different.
Yeah.
It's rare you find people that's born and raised here, and especially in the industry. You know, that's an even smaller circle.
No, absolutely.
Definitely.
So what part of the city are you from originally?
Man, Southwest Atlanta. It's on my hands. Zone 4. You know, born and raised, Campbellton Road, you know, Ben Hill, Cascade, like those my stomping grounds.
Not too far from here then, huh?
Yeah. Right down the street. You really in my backyard. I went to Westlake High School down the street.
Okay.
Not too far from here.
Yeah.
This Fulton Industrial is infamous.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
a lot of history on this road.
Nah, definitely, man. We just glad to, you know, start some new history
Oh,
over
no,
here
for
too,
sure.
man.
You definitely got it. You planted your flag in the right spot. It don't get no more organic than Fulton and D.
Yeah. So, you know, talk about the changes Atlanta's gone through. What's your thoughts on how Atlanta looks today compared to when you was coming up in the city, man?
Oh man, visually it's just turning into something completely different. Like it's amazing. Every day I ride down the street and I see something new getting built, and I see something old evolving into something different. You know, but I love it. You know, of course, you feel a little emotional to see some of those nostalgic buildings and street corners change, but it's evolving into something new and better for the generations to come. So I'm happy for it. You know, like let's make Atlanta something that's gonna be thriving for decades to come.
No, absolutely, man. I don't think Atlanta's gonna fall off anytime soon, man.
Nah, this the urban mecca. Like if you trying to do anything urban, like it used to be just really like music. Then you know, of course, the movies came, but now we in the tech and real estate. Like anything urban, you got to come to Atlanta. It's Wakanda.
There's a bag in every industry here right now, man.
Definitely.
Yeah. So when would you say you jumped off the porch? How old are you?
Oh man, I jumped off the porch early, high school. Like I started DJing my junior year in high school. Like when I started DJing, it really wasn't no teen DJs or young folk DJing like that. Like it was really like me and DJ Blue from the north side. You know what I'm saying? I had the west side. And yeah, my first artist was DG Yola.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna let up. You know what I'm saying?
Is he free right now? Is he still locked
Nah,
up?
nah, free Yola, matter of fact,
Yola,
free. Yeah,
man.
he's still locked up. But yeah, like Yola was one of the first artists I really hopped off with. And from there, you know, it was J Money and Slick Pulla and Roscoe Dash and Future and Rich Homie Quan. And then, you know, we was doing the I Love My Plug thing, me and my brothers, Big Plug and Money Plug. And we was really hopping out there with the visuals. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like when YouTube
I definitely wanted to talk to you about that because you guys were documenting this shit, I want to say before anyone else.
Facts.
Like your videos go back to like 08, 07.
Oh no, definitely. Like I want to say when YouTube first popped off, you know what I'm saying, we just grabbed the camera and went out there. You know what I'm saying? It was a special time, you know. We ain't had no kids, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't had no responsibilities too big like that. So we was able to be out there every night.
Yeah.
Like we had all the popping clubs. Like if you got a hot song, we put it up on you and we put the visual to that audio. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of birthed that whole era of viral videos.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like being able to do a low budget situation and put a visual to this audio and take your brand and your marketing and that record to that next level.
No, absolutely, man. Because I was living in Florida at the time, so you know, DJB's been around since 07.
Of course.
So we're blogging, we're covering the music, but not too many people were, like you said, pulling up at these clubs, pulling up at these studio sessions and actually documenting this shit. And then you guys dropping it the next day or the day after.
Man, that's
so it was like, whoa.
That's my brother Big Plug. He was, he a beast. That's what he do, man. We go out there, like you say, next day it's out there. Like I remember my cousin Porch, God rest his soul, passed away, but he introduced me to Esco at Magic City, and that's how, I linked up with Future, really. I remember him playing Watch This, and I was like, oh, this is different. Like, this gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Then, Esco was like, shit, man, y'all do the visuals. Like, we need you to pull up at the studio. Like, we need that support. We need that platform. So that's how that really birthed off. And, like, we did the first viral videos. I love my plug for Watch This and Tony Montana and Rax. And, like, these are the first visuals that's synced with these audio songs from Future that's, like, getting millions of views.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of, like, that birthed that viral video era, So artists saw like, damn, like you don't gotta have 100,000 to do a music video.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to have 50,000. Like we can really just get a high quality camera and go out here and B-roll this thing and put it together.
And you guys were so good at branding. You guys, had the logo. You guys had the drop on every video. It was like,
man, I ain't gonna lie. Like with me getting on the road early and had already built a brand in Atlanta, I was still getting a lot of phone calls to do a lot of works, gigs, mixtapes, all that. So I was like, man, I gotta build a team. Like we said, we gotta build a team. So that birthed the Plug DJs.
Okay.
I love my plug, birthed the Plug DJs. And I was running the young, talented, and ambitious and energized DJs like DJ Plugg and JT, and then I had OGs that taught me the game that was still thriving, but really needed that platform like DJ Sizzle, because we all came out of Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
It started with LOD. Like when I hopped off the porch, when I jumped off the porch in high school, like my cousin Porch, he was good friends with Ray Hamilton, and that was the CEO of Legion of Doom. That was the money man at the time, And he got them introduced me to Ray, and he told me to come to the office on Old National, and that's when I met DJ Dre. And DJ Dre, first day I met him, he said, oh, you want to DJ? Meet me at this address, boom. So, I pull up to the address, lo and behold, it's Frequency in Buckhead, the infamous Atlanta Buckhead, so I caught the tail end of that. So, I'm 17, logging my big ass coffin of turntables up the stairs, and I get in the club and it's the biggest shit ever. And, I go to playing, and keep in mind, my only real experiences doing Atlanta teen parties, house parties, barbecues, teen clubs, if that, So I'm really Atlanta out, like. I don't even know the concept of his other regions and different music. Like I'm just straight Atlanta. So, I get up there and do my thing and drop all the Atlanta records, and it's going crazy for like the first 10 minutes, but then it's like, they expect the niggas to switch it up, So
play some mainstream shit, right?
I had to learn that shit quick, But, I had OGs like DJ Kool-Aid and Mel B. Easy. Like, they showed me the power of going to different regions with the music and R&B, like, So, yeah.
Yeah, and I like how you mentioned, like, to bring your crates and everything, too.
Oh, man.
These new DJs got it so easy, man.
Come on, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I didn't start off with vinyl, So I can't even put on, like, Like, I had the hardest experience, but them CDs wasn't no hoe neither. And them goddamn, it wasn't no all-in-one deck. Nah, I had a turntable mix. Like I said, I had a coffin. Like, it was wider than the porch. I had to lug that motherfucker around. Then you had all your CDs, Like, you remember the 500 booklet?
Oh, yeah.
The original Spotify. You got to flip through and find your favorite artist, So you had, like, too many of those. Like, yeah, that was you had to put the grind in to be a DJ back then. But like you said, it's easy now. Oh, you just get your laptop and download a little virtual DJ and take off.
Basically just download a playlist these days, man.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. But I ain't gonna lie, For DJs and industry professionals like ourselves that's branding and really cemented our legacy, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't really affect us. We ain't worried.
So how do you connect with Yola?
How did I initially connect with Yola? Man, look, I gotta give a shout out to High Fly Tones. Now, I don't know if you was in Atlanta at the time or you might have came across this brand, but I had partners, Trey, Tone, Shaka. It was a whole bunch of young niggas in Atlanta at the time. And these niggas were so tech savvy. They was the first people in Atlanta that figured out how to take a song and make it into a ringtone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Without Zingy and all that, the ringtone companies that came out, like this 2004. You know what I'm saying? Like we on Nextel still. We chirping. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they in the mall and I'm talking about like whatever the hot song is in the hood, you can go to them, pay them a little $5 or whatever, and they're gonna make it into a ringtone on your phone. Like that was the coolest shit in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So the shit went crazy in the hood and they linked up with this businessman in Atlanta. I think his name, Tim Maxman. He had an import-export business. He would go and create a lot of money. So he invested in it. And man, lo and behold, High Fly Tones was the biggest shit in the city. And I was a young DJ, so, you know what I'm saying, we connected, but we was from the same hood. They was living on Cascade, like in my apartment complex. So it was crazy how that linked up. But we connected. Man, they started this rubber band campaign. And if you go back to this day, you can look at the DFB, them Franchise Boys video, and JD got it on his wrist at the studio in the video. But they had all the hoods, so they had East Side, West Side, South Side, Camilton, Cascade, Cannon Road. Like they was smart with the branding, and they made the rubber bands with the hoods on it and all that shit, and that shit went crazy. So that caught the eye of Yola, but that caught the eye of me first. They bring it back. That caught the eye of me, and we linked up, and they was like, boom, we finna do this company. And we're gonna make a publishing company, and we're gonna go after all the hot artists in Atlanta, the independent artists, and we're gonna do, I knew nothing about this. This is so crazy to this, like how it blew up. We were gonna do sync licensing deals.
Oh, wow.
I'm in high school, I don't know shit about publishing. I don't know shit about sync licensing, but they're like, we're gonna make you a partner in the company, and we're gonna sign and do sync licensing deals with all the independent artists. We're gonna make their songs, ringtones. We're gonna actually pay them to sell their ringtones. Like, we was so ahead of our time. Like, that shit was like, that might have been before Lollipop. Like, that shit was crazy, bro. We was so ahead of our time. And, like, I was like, fuck college. Like, we finna be millionaires. We was flying to Miami on Memorial Day weekend promoting the goddamn company, going crazy. But let me get back to you. You said, so Yola, look, I ran up on Yola, because like I said, he had the hottest song in the city, so.
Ain't gonna let up?
Ain't gonna let up, we're going crazy. So ran up on him, presented him and Lady B, because that's who was his manager at the time. And then he, like, a lot of folks don't know, he was signed to Raheem the Dream, Type the Death Records. You know, legend in Atlanta with that classic A-Town. But so boom, so I knew all them from E-Claws, Fish in the Hood and all this. You know what I'm saying? Because they family ran that. Like, you got to be really from Atlanta to know all that's what's going on. So it was deeply rooted. But boom, so that's how I really connected with Yola, was through the High Fly Tones movement. Because they was like, boom, we want to get behind you, Yola, and cross-market the High Fly Tones brand with Yola, because you got the hottest record. You going crazy. So boom, they were like, let's do a mixtape. Man, at that time, the only mixtapes I had ever did was shit I did at my house when I was selling at the school on just burnt CDs and some, you know what I'm saying, put paper in there and writing on it. Like, I ain't never did no real industry mixtape, but they were like, yeah, Kutt gonna do the mixtape. We gonna press up 50,000 and spread around the city. And no lie, Yola brought them songs. I went to the High Fly Tones office. Got on GarageBand on the goddamn, on the Mac laptop, and whipped it up, whatever I thought it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? All I heard was what I had heard before then that influenced me to do that. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the legends, you know what I'm saying? Like the Oomp Camps and the Dramas, you know what I'm saying? Like I had heard that, so I'm like, shit, I'm gonna do my version of that. Yeah. Man, the shit was a masterpiece. The way it was put together and the way it flowed and the drops, and we was taking old movie skits and like, shit was a masterpiece. Now, from a professional sound quality standpoint, it was a little better than garbage. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was low as fuck. Like, ain't no shit about mastering and mixing and making sure levels on certain, you know, I ain't know nothing about that shit. It sounded good in the goddamn, in the studio in the office at the time, so we thought it was good to go. We ain't mix it, we ain't master it. We pressed up like 50,000 copies off rip. Boom, fuck it. Yeah. We going. And that whole summer, we everywhere. This back in Atlanta, like, that's time when every hood had their own day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm from Ben Hill, so we had Ben Hill Day, Camden Road Day, Cascade Day, then we in Glenwood Day on the east side, and you know what I'm saying? We was in Clayton County at goddamn Jonesboro Road Day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we had all the days, it's thousands of motherfuckers out there. We just passing the CDs out. Boom, 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 boom. And man, like, Yola was out of here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a special time. Like to this day, if you look up that Yola video, if I ain't gonna let up, it was called, damn, what the fuck was the name of the CD? I can't even remember the name of the CD. That's crazy. But he got the CD in his hand in the video, and he's passing out the High Fly Tones Yola mixtape hosted by DJ Cutthroat is in his hand. He passing out in the hood in the video. Special time, man.
Did you hit the road with him?
Oh yeah. Okay. So you know what I'm saying, we got on the road. We was doing shows, but man, you know it's crazy, like, how the artists tour these days, like, that shit was not set up like that back then. Like, you really had to go out there and make your own path. You know what I'm saying? So, like, shouts out to Lady B, because she had Yola. She kept them booked. But, like, another way we was really on the road was through DJ Dre, because he had the Legion of Doom college tour.
Okay.
That was really our first tour. Before any of that other shit popped up, like DJ Dre and the college tour, DJ Dre had a college tour. He was going to all the HBCUs, bringing the artists, doing the market visits, and then that evening doing a big concert/show. And then we went from like Albany State, Savannah State, you know what I'm saying, Fort Valley, like all those HBCUs in the South, like we was just bouncing around, performing and spreading the brand. And that was a super special time.
I could imagine.
We had no money. And then I had hooked DJ Dre up with Tim Maxman over there at the High Fly Tones, and he was able to get them to sponsor the tour. So he had bands for all the colleges with the High Fly. That shit went crazy, man. Like that was a crazy time.
Yeah. And then you mentioned like J Money and Roscoe Dash. This is a whole different sound that's coming into the city
come
now.
on, man. So yeah, then we moved into the futuristic era. You know what I'm saying? And in between that, see, we got to lead into the Slick Pulla. So, you know, Slick Pulla was Jeezy's right-hand man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was Jeezy's boy. And I had met him through the High Fly Tones movement as well, because he was one of the artists that we wanted to get behind just like Yola. And we did, you know what I'm saying? I think they shot a video for him, and, you know what I'm saying? We did all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? But I was Slick Pulla's DJ.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Off the tails of Yola. And Slick ended up going to jail, and we was rolling too. We was rolling. He caught a little charge. He went to jail. So in between that, from my introduction to Slick, I kind of was introduced to CTE. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's crazy because my uncle's DJ Kool-Aid, and Kool-Aid was like BMF's official DJ. You know what I'm saying? So through him, and then Kool-Aid was one of the founders of Legion of Doom. So Kool-Aid had all the Legion of Doom fucking with BMF. Like we was all at Big Meat's birthday party. You know what I'm saying? At the compound, the giraffe swooping his head down, we smoking the weed and blowing it in his face type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like tigers walking around like Kool-Aid got us in that shit. Like Kool-Aid been told us the stories of being on the plane and chartering the plane, and it's like Soul Plane. You got strippers dancing, niggas shooting dice in the middle. Like when that episode came on BMF, like my Uncle Kool-Aid been told me that story. We've been talking about that for 10 years before that came out. You know what I'm saying? So, so that introduction, man, I was on the street team with CTE, putting up like, you know, we come from the era, you couldn't be a rapper if you didn't have a van with your face on it.
Oh yeah.
And some little young niggas that's gonna hop out with your t-shirt on trying to give you a CD and a poster and a flyer. You know what I'm saying? So that was me. I was a young nigga with the CTE shirt on, putting up posters. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Danielson and Long Live Clay. You know what I'm saying? That's how I met Clay, because Clay was the street team or the grassroots director, coordinator, whatever title you want to give him. He ran the street team for T.I.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see Danielson running the street team for Jeezy, and Clay ran the street niggas for goddamn T.I. So that was my introduction to Clay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and I was always I'm a people person. You know what I'm saying? So I make good relationships, and those relationships at CTE got me to the point where, you know, when Jeezy's DJ at the time, Fahrenheit, shouts out to Fahrenheit. When Fahrenheit was going through something and they needed a DJ, I got the call. So I did a little stint of shows with Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? And that really got my name out there as well. Shouts out to Nick Love too, because Nick Love is the one that really put me in the play with Slick Pulla, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so Fahrenheit came back in the picture, so I wasn't doing the Jeezy thing, so that's why I got the call to fuck with J Money, you know what I'm saying? But the crazy part about that too is, as I was growing my brand, I was getting more gigs, and I had started DJing at Crucial first opened.
Okay.
I'm talking like DJ Ump and me was DJing Crucial.
Oh wow.
And Ump was stopping the DJ to go perform, walk it out. You know what I'm saying? Like that early. And I remember DJ Scream had a birthday party up there. And I want to say that might have been the first time I ran into J Money, because he came up there by himself and performed Trap of the Year and probably threw like $5,000 on stage by himself. And he gave me that CD. I still got that CD, a gold burnt CD, say J Money Trap of the Year. Like, it's crazy. Like, to this day, I still got like stacks of those CDs that was given to me either by the artist or by a stripper that knew the artist. I can't tell you how many records. Like that's how I was introduced to Young Ralph.
Oh really?
You know what I'm saying? To Look Like Money. Like, okay, yeah. I'm DJing in Dream Girls in Hateville. I'm talking about like this motherfucker. What is it now? It's I can't remember what it is now. But back in the day, it was Dream Girls. I'm talking about the big screen TV in the middle of the club. The club ain't no bigger than, way smaller than this room. I'm talking about maybe 1,000 square feet. You know what I'm saying? That was my Uncle Cliff. That boy Cliff had that, you know what I'm saying? But that was my introduction to strip. That was my first strip club.
That's it.
Like, those were good times.
I can imagine, yeah.
Those was good times. But you know, a stripper in there brought me, hey, play this. This the hottest song where I'm from. I'm from Jonesboro, Saudi. It's going crazy. I said, shit, let me see it. Look Like Money. So I said,
classic,
I said, this nice. So you know what I'm saying? I put that in rotation instantly. Like, that's what a lot of folks don't realize about Atlanta. Like, a dancer got power just like a DJ to break a record. Because if you got a dancer and she really working, she working multiple clubs every week. And if she is pushing your campaign in every one of those clubs, oh, you got some good promotion going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just as powerful as a DJ. Because at the end of the day, if you the DJ in the strip club, you getting tipped by the dancer. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to
you want to play what they want to
make the dancer have to make sure your money coming in. It's a system. You know what I'm saying? It's a system that's been built. Yeah.
You and Roscoe Dash dropped that mixtape. Can't Catch the Lamb.
Can't Catch the Lambo. Yeah. That was MMI. Those were the MMI days. Shouts out to Boom Man.
Okay.
Stefan, and yeah, the whole MMI crew. That was a special time. Like, that was like, for me, in my generation, for what I seen, that was the first time I had really seen the strength in numbers where you can take a whole bunch of, and I ain't gonna say, you can take a whole bunch of fans or consumers or supporters. Like, I ain't talking about folks like us, industry professionals. I ain't talking about tastemakers and influencers, and I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about just regular, I like this music and I'm gonna support this. And Boom Man was able to organize and put everybody on one accord. And when I say, like, we all finna post this song with this hashtag at this time, and we had figured out how to trend whenever we wanted to on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of, it's 100, 150, 200 people that just come to the club that we done put together to push this artist. And that shit really propelled them to mainstream. Mm-hmm. Like, I had never seen it done before that. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to Boomer because he remixed it. Shouts out to Authentic Empire. You got to evolve. That's what you got to do, though.
Nah, for real, man.
For sure.
But
then we did 3 mixtapes. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, nah, you good.
Can't Catch a Lambo was the first one. Went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That shit's classic.
Yeah. That's classic. That was the one with All the Way Turned Up. Mm-hmm. And
the original All the Way Turned Up, right?
I want to say Sexy Girl Anthem was on there too. But I ain't gonna lie, like the Demolition 2020, that's the one that had No Hands. Okay. That went crazy too. And then me and Drama hooked up for the last one, the Dash Effect, and that was the one that had Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay on with Kanye West and Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, and that's another crazy thing too. Like, Roscoe never dropped an album. Like, our whole run, you know what I'm saying? Like, toward the end, he had the Ready, Set, Go. That was like an EP, but that was a real funny time in music. It was a real gray area because we was coming out of CDs. CDs weren't selling, so the labels didn't see no point of investing in CDs, so they was real particular who they gonna let drop albums. Mm-hmm. And then it was the beginning of digital. We wanted to push everything to digital, but we still couldn't really figure it all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, downloads wasn't really going crazy. Like Apple Music, it wasn't no real brush. You know, this
because there was nowhere to play the music.
Yeah, it was before streaming.
Yeah, because the phones weren't equipped to even play shit off Apple.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So Roscoe got caught in that great area. So his whole musical career was really those mixtapes he was putting out.
Yeah.
Like
all for
real
free,
talk.
Yeah.
like that was the only way you heard that music was those mixtapes that we was dropping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. When folks ask what's the difference in the industry now, like, it was a time when, but you had to depend on the DJ to put you a mixtape together to be heard.
Absolutely, yeah.
You hear what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A couple years later, you connect with Rich Homie Quan and drop his tape, man.
Man, see, that shouts out to Plugg and JT. Like, when I was talking about the Plug DJs, like, that's why the I Love My Plug movement is what it is today, and that's how it got there, is because all of the Plug DJs are A&Rs in their own respect. They all travel around everywhere. They all hear the hottest artists. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know Rich Homie Quan first. I'm not even gonna cap like I knew Rich Homie Quan. No, Plugg and JT knew Rich Homie Quan and was working with Quan and said, hey, Kutt, big bro, he on fire. He the one. We need to get behind him. We need to do his mixtape. I said, well, let's do it. We did his mixtape. I was like, hey, man, look, I'm finna put this on live mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't never been on there. I'm finna put y'all on with this tape right here. And whatever y'all do from now, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be your introduction. We finna go crazy. So, you know, we put on live mixtapes. And to this day, man, I think that might be and it's crazy because he wasn't nobody when we put it out. The shit came out on indie.
Yeah.
It didn't even come out on the front page. But he had so much support in the city. It got so many plays, man. To this day, it might be the highest played mixtape on the indie side.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is before Still Going In. This is,
yeah, this was before
I Go
my
Hard
type
on
of
Everything. You know, this is the one that really took him off from the city. Mm-hmm. And everybody started saying, damn, he sound like Future. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But he worked his move. He worked his move, man. I'm happy for him.
Yeah. How'd you guys put together the I Love My Plug song?
Oh man,
That's a classic.
that's
man.
a classic right there. So, my little brother, shouts out to DJ Plugg. DJ Plugg did the beat. So Plugg got the beat, and J Money, I can't remember the order. I can't remember if Plugg got the beat to J Money and he put that hook on there, but it was around the time I think when like Khaled first started coming out, so it was like a fresh concept for a DJ to have a record featuring artists, you know what I'm saying? And artists in the industry was recognizing that concept or that business model was really proven to be effective, you know what I'm saying? So I think J Money reached out to us like, hey, I want to do a song with y'all, we're gonna make it, you know what I'm saying, Cutthroat, hey man, love, we're gonna make it DJ Cutthroat featuring J Money, and then I'm gonna get another artist on it, you know what I'm saying? I don't think at the time we knew who the other artist was gonna be. So, you know, we went to the studio, Jay laid the hook, laid the verse, and then we was like, who we gonna get? He was like, I'm gonna call Lo. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, because J Money and Shawty Lo had a good relationship, you know what I'm saying? They was both from the streets and always, you know what I'm saying, pass each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that Trap of the Year with J Money was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was a crazy record with J Money and Shawty Lo. So he called Lo, and Lo like, yeah, I do it. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Cutthroat too. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, me and Lo was, man, me and Shawty Lo manager at the time, road manager, hotel, was living in Country Squad together on Cascade Road. You know what I'm saying? I was getting Shawty Lo records in the streets and putting them in studios that his manager hotel didn't have at the time.
Oh, wow.
Like that Dun Dun.
Okay.
Like hotel, first time hearing Dun Dun was in my living room. In my apartment, 18, 19, whatever age I was. You know what I'm saying? So me and Lo had a relationship too. So that's how the All of My Plug record came about. But you know, so one thing I respect about J Money, when he say he gonna do something and he got a vision, he go. Like it ain't no pause or hit the brakes. Like we did the song, and I think that same weekend we was shooting the video.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? We was over there in the 9, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day before he was called the 9. And yeah, he had the cars. Cameraman was going crazy. Lo pull up with the chains, you know what I'm saying? It was a video.
Yeah.
We in the kitchen, work everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, yeah, God rest Shawty Lo's soul too, man.
Yeah, long live Lo, man.
Long live Lo, man.
You worked heavily with Ralo, man.
Man.
How did that connection happen at first?
Man, that's another one to my DJ brothers. That's JT again.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was on the road with Jeezy. This like 2015. I'm on the road with Jeezy. Not only that, I'm spearheading a major campaign, like one of the biggest campaigns that ever come through Atlanta. So I'm over A and B, Alley Mob Bosses. They from Griffin. That's my boy Eagle. And he was partnered with my boy Chris Clemens that was playing with the Seahawks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just came off the heels and won the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he just had that urge to do something different. So he was like, I'm finna fuck with the music. And Eagle was who he's gonna fuck with. They both from Griffin, you know, so they had that connection. So I was running that campaign. And when I tell you, nigga, we spent $1 million in 3 months. Like, like when folks be like, how much does it take to blow? And I be thinking back to like that campaign. I be like, I've spent $1 million in 3 months. We still didn't blow. Like, like that's a crazy question. You know what I'm saying? But I can't remember the original question. What was the original question?
Ralo.
Oh, okay. So boom. So I'm working A and B. I'm on the road with Jeezy, and I'm on the road with Lotto Savage.
Okay.
This is when Lotto Savage is just popping off. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the road with Lotto, and I get the call from JT. He like, hey, I got an artist. He need a DJ for the road. He asked me, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. JT has always been a solid brother that he walks a straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying? He not finna be out here wilding. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna see him high on drugs. He's not fighting in the club. You know what I'm saying? So like really all the elements that go with rap, you don't really see JT on there. Like he's healthy, he's working out, you know what I'm saying? So like him and Ralo,
What's going to
They,
work?
yeah, they really, you know, JT is more of an introvert. You don't see him in big cliques, you know what I'm saying? It might be just him and Plug, you know what I'm saying? And Ralo's a complete opposite. Like, you'll never see him alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always a whole entourage around us, you know what I'm saying? So, he was like, man, Kutt, I think this might be a good one for you. And you know what I'm saying? You already got them moving on the road. Ooh. So I'm like, fuck it, I tried out. So, you know what I'm saying? We pulled up for a show, you know what I'm saying? Instantly clicked with the fam, and you know what I'm saying, like, just started rolling. Started going on the road from there, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, me and Jeezy was really coming to a close, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of transitioned perfectly, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
And then shit, we was on the road for like at least 3 years after that. Like, yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, what was it like watching his career take off? Because I know Ralo got a lot of hate when he first came out. Like, people couldn't get past his voice sometimes. But then it's like definitely. People started catching on like, oh shit, he talking that shit though.
Yeah, no, man. It was just so organic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's always what hits the hardest in this genre. You know what I'm saying? Especially a genre that's built off life experiences and pain and turmoil and success. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he embodied. You know what I'm saying? Like, Atlanta, like I said, I say this all the time. Like, Atlanta breeds artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that goes on in hip hop goes on every day in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many areas that you like you could be in LA or New York and rap and talk that shit about guns. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't really, you know the police on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might pull it out for a video here and there. You know what I'm saying? But y'all are not walking down the street like, man, bring your ass to Atlanta. Come down in front of my club at pregame, 899 Martin Luther King, and see how many young niggas you see with these sticks and these extendos walking down the street with rifles, nigga, choppers and Dracos, and it's legal. And that's what niggas do every day. So that's why the rap is so authentic, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas really is out here, still out here, like, trapping hard, scammers at an all-time high, like, everything niggas rap, like, the strip club going crazy, like, they butt nigga, like, you can't do that everywhere, man. You go to strip club in some of these other states, man, they ain't even taking clothes off. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Atlanta has everything that niggas rap about. Like, that's what we do. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ralo was just, you know, it was just so authentic. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
A little too authentic,
A
unfortunately.
little too motherfucking authentic. But that shit right there, crazy.
Definitely put a huge target on himself.
Man, it's crazy, man. It's, whew, life. Life.
Last night, we made a post about Spirilla. Did you get to see that?
I just put up a post. I think I saw Say Cheese. I reposted the one Say Cheese had put up because I didn't see y'all's first. I would have reposted y'all's first. Yeah. But that is, we are witnessing the music industry transition before our eyes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks got to realize this beginning of streaming, like, we're only at like 8%. Like, the total percentage of people that listen to music, only like 8% of them stream. You know what I'm saying? So we haven't even tapped into its full potential. But the beginning, when it first was coming out, like, it was lightly regulated. Like, folks had to figure out what was going on. They know what's going on now. They're making more money than they've ever made.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Way more money than the Tupac Biggie days. And that was our biggest days. That's been surpassed. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to realize you used to buy music one time and get unlimited plays. Mm-hmm. Now you get paid every play. These folks making more money than they have ever made. Like, if they giving Future and Justin Bieber all these hundreds of millions, how much money do you think they plan to make off this? They know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, no, they can't have. Before Spirilla was that, you saw that Piff go down.
Yeah.
That Piff gone. Spirilla gone. Y'all just had Pesh with live mixtapes up in.
Yeah, they rebranded.
That ain't by coincidence. They not dumb. They see what's going on. Oh shit, we gotta start paying these niggas. Like, this is getting real. Like, we gotta start paying these niggas, and we gotta work something out with these labels so we can stick around. You gotta evolve. Yeah. That's the name of the game. Like, I love my Plugg. We relaunching. We finna do a huge relaunch in June. Matter of fact, we having a relaunch party June 17th at the Bravo. You know what I'm saying? Drop that on you. And that's with Finesse 2 times in the birthday bash after party. But we're more focused on subscription-based artist services. Like, we want to provide the lifestyle. So with the I Love My Plug lifestyle memberships, an artist can come to us and can get everything it takes to really be an artist, from studio time to performances to DJs spinning their records in the club to marketing and promotions, social media, like even down to content. You need a drop mic, we can set it up for you. You know what I'm saying? You need a off the porch interview, hey, we're gonna make that phone call for you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like I say, subscription-based artist services, monthly, just like you'll pay for your iTunes account and your Spotify account. You spend a couple of dollars and be able to schedule you some studio time and hit the club and get your music spinning. Really prepare your career on a monthly basis.
Yeah, and you guys got the track record where it's like, it's definitely gonna be worth whatever you guys are
Exactly.
charging.
Everything we've been doing, but figuring out how to automate it, you know what I'm saying, and make it as accessible as we can for the artists.
Real shit.
Definitely.
So Cutthroat, before we get you out of here, man, talk about pregame, man. Talk about this new bar.
Pregame, man. This is my new venture. Like I said, I'm located 899 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in the Atlanta University Center. That's where all the big HBCUs are located in Atlanta: Clarksville, Morehouse, Morris Brown. I'm right above an Atlanta staple. Shouts out to Mr. Everything, some of the best food in Atlanta. Yeah, we right on top of Mr. Everything. With that bar right there on top, next door to Chick-fil-A. And, you know, like I said, it's my new venture. I like it. It's a challenge. It's like when I first started DJing, I don't know what's around the next corner. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with it. I'm up for it. We surviving. We ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That area with the Mercedes-Benz Stadium being at the end of the street, less than a mile away, and the colleges, and you know what I'm saying? You got these major corporations, Walmart, Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's being right there in the neighborhood. It's really finna flip over and turn into more of an Edgewood or Peter Street. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's more businesses, you know. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but I'm gonna let y'all know some plug talk. Across the street, Rocco just moved in. Okay. He's gonna be opening soon. And then to the left, diagonally from pregame, you got Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? So once those two businesses open up, oh man, the floodgates open. I know that whole area is just gonna flip over and just gonna continue more businesses, like another business straight across the cigar bar. They got some locations elsewhere, like on the east side, but they finna open up. So you know, just sit back and watch, man. But y'all come through, pregame, ask for Kutt.
No, that's hard right there, man. Wish you a lot of success with
I
that
appreciate
too,
it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, you got a shout out you'd like to give before we wrap it up here, bro?
Oh man, shouts out to everybody, man. If you ever listen to a DJ Cutthroat mixtape, if you ever pull up the pregame, got something to eat, if you ever performed on any of my stages, if you ever looked at any of the I Love My Plug videos, if you ever jammed to a song and heard that I Love My Plug drop, man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate you. And I ain't gonna kid you. We got so much more to do. Like, sky's the limit. I Love My Plug films, man. We got, like I said, this new website launch finna be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You got the podcast starting now too, right?
I Love My Plug podcast. We got the I Love My Plug studios right behind pregame. So you know what I'm saying? You need to come do some interviews or some photo shoots. You need to record some music. You know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit, man. We ain't gonna stop no time soon. I like to see us, man. Dirty Glove Bastard, I Love My Plug, like all these platforms in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna continue to grow so the artists don't feel like you gotta run to New York when you do your media run. You make your music here, you live here, you promote your music here. Why you think you ain't gotta run to New York? Nah, you do your media run right here in Atlanta. That's what we build. Dirty Glove Bastard, I Love My Plug. You know, I just jumped off the porch, baby. Good.